I've been wondering what it would look like to have sheep on our property.
Yeah.
Time to pick some of this compost up and put it back in the rain. I'll do that real quick. Got the pile built back up. They'd completely destroyed it, and then we had a whole bunch of rain. And now it's all anaerobic where they've compacted all that compost on top of the ground. Nothing like a little first thing in the morning cardio. It's kind of cool this morning, enough to need like a sweatshirt. I'm warm now. Back to business as usual. Chew up that pile. Here, duck. We are beginning the weaning process of the newest babies. Tonight was their first night away from Mama, hence the extra bucket of feed for just them. Yeah, they're not enjoying their time away from Mom, but they are ready to eat. They know a bucket. You don't eat pig food, even though you are kind of a pig. There you go. Watch out, ladies. Good morning, babies. You guys ready to go out? Bet you are. Time to get in the box. Be free! Be free! Freedom! Scared her.
I brought you a muffin. Daisy.
Daisy, she got a muffin.
Daisy, I brought you a muffin.
Snacks, treats.
Do you want this? Do you want this muffin? You want this muffin? Yeah, that muffin.
She's like, oh, I didn't know you were offering treats.
You're welcome.
Good blustery morning, beautiful people. Man, it is the 2nd of May, and it's cold. Like, I may have to go put on a button-up. This is unseasonably cold for May. Well, maybe not. If memory serves, usually the first half of May is like beautiful spring weather, and then it's just this like all of a sudden straight up, and it gets up almost into the 90s. All right, today I'm doing something interesting. Well, I guess it's all interesting to some people. That cage that's sitting over there in the pile of junk that has just kind of accumulated over the past year, I'm going to pull that out and see if I can get it to fit in the back of the truck. I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm hoping I don't have to get out the grinder and cut the thing apart and like reattach it. I hope it fits in the truck. I don't think it will, but we'll see. So I'm gonna dig that out real quick. It's a full tire. It's a very full tire. Gotcha. My friend Mike, this weekend I was over there cow sitting. I went over there and helped milk his cow while he was out of town. And talking to him over the past few weeks, he's doing some downsizing. He's getting ready for some sheep. And we actually have some room in our freezers right now. And, you know, some of these sheep are ready to go to the sale barn. And I was like, hey, instead of like taking them to the sale barn, I'll buy a couple of them from you. And, you know, I'm completely comfortable with the way he's raised them. Honestly, it's some really good meat. So, add it to everything I've got going on right now. I'm gonna go over to Mike's place. I'm gonna pick up a couple of these sheep, 3 of them, I believe. And then we'll bring them back here. I'll find a place where they can, you know, live for a little bit until I actually get to the point where I could stop and process them. But yeah, I think it would be really cool. Sheep are something we haven't had on this property. I don't know if there's ever been sheep out here on this property, probably not. But it'll be a good little like experiment to see if sheep is something I would like to get into. I've thought about it, and mind you, these will only be here maybe a week at the most. I mean, I could see maybe 2 weeks or something like that, but they're just gonna come over here until I have a minute to process them. With that, I'm gonna see if I can get this. I can already tell you it's not gonna fit, and I am gonna have to do some cutting of some of the, it's just some cattle panel that's wired together. I'll have to cut off some of these wires because right now the door is on the long side. I need the door on the narrow side. So, guess I'll get a figuring. Cage is in the back. I think it'll be all right. I'm gonna go grab my periphery and hit the road. All right, we have made it. For those of you who haven't met, this is Mike from Pleasant Places Farm. And these are the guys that we're picking up and taking home. When I was here last, they were not in a nice corral like this. Right. I actually thought about picking them up this weekend while I was here milking, and I didn't feel like wrangling by myself.
Right.
So this is ideal. All right, well, I guess let the games begin.
Yeah, see if you can tap it. Just keep tapping it hard. Yeah, no, they ain't gonna play that game.
Yeah, just take that one since you got her. Oh, you're much easier to move. You're much lighter. All right, that was pretty uneventful. Got them loaded up. Now we get to make the drive home. Mike, thank you.
Yep, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. This is, like I said earlier, one more thing that I'm squeezing in.
Right. One more thing I'm getting rid of.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Pulled in the driveway. Meg's out here messing with the bees, and I got me a blonde little friend.
And we got sheep.
And we got sheep. What do you think of these sheep?
I like them.
You like them?
They're soft.
They're soft. They are pretty soft.
They're nice.
They're nice. Why don't you come with me and we'll figure out where we're setting them up for a few days. So I'm getting this all kind of opened up. We had the cow here a couple days ago, but I'm putting the sheep past where that was. I hadn't taken down the cow fence yet. So if you look at this nice lush over here, back here by the swamp, I'm gonna put them over here. I've got a chicken net I'm gonna set up, and I've got a backup right here. That was what Mike said he's kept them in before, so they should be used to it. I hope nobody busts out, because I don't feel like chasing the sheep all over the property. So hopefully this will work. Tyler, can you go up there on the chicken tractors and grab that net that's rolled up? Bring it down here. All right, I'm gonna take down this this line so I can back up right here. Hold on, I'm not sure where it's gonna wind up. How did that happen?
It's because you're doing it in the middle of the day. That's why.
Yeah, it has to be dark and with a headlamp,
Yeah.
and I'll do it perfect. There's a bunch of wet.
Dandelions.
All right, I'm gonna back right up.
Okay.
Is that about as wide as the truck?
Yep, that's probably about right.
Perfect. There you go. There you go. You're heavy. La 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 la. There you go. Come on.
That one wants to.
Come on. Come in here and help me pick her up. Come on. Are you just gonna go by yourself?
Okay.
She says I got this.
She's like, leave me alone, I got it.
Do not pick me up. I'm too sophisticated for that.
They're like, oh, grass. At least they gave us grass.
So we are not getting into the sheep business.
No.
Like I said earlier, Mike was getting rid of a lot of his sheep, and it was a good excuse to put some mutton in the freezer. So maybe in the next couple days I'll do them. Maybe next week. It's all right. Like, we're not in a rush, but this is kind of cool.
It is cool.
I've been wondering what it would look like to have sheep on our property.
Yeah, just a bucket of water or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go grab a tub and get some water down here. Looks like the pigs are almost out of water, so I guess I'll just drag a hose over here.
Okay.
All right, so you're frying up some lunch. Got some onions, some beef, some rice. Ooh, that looks good. Here it is, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Late lunch. If I make a big massive burrito, I will not be eating dinner. That's just the way it works. That's all right. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to, like, clue some people in just because I know people are going to talk in the comments. Whereas it would be kind of cool to add sheep and, you know, do the cow, the sheep, chickens in our rotation. I don't think we have the grass. Having 2 full-size cows, because Biscuit, the calf, is now full-size.
Yeah, he is.
The size paddock we have for the 2 cows is actually a little bit too small. It probably needs to be about 1.5 times the size it currently is day to day. Well, if we get bigger paddocks, then we have less days of rotation, and all of a sudden we're in a rotation that hasn't had a cow off of it long enough to break the parasite cycle.
Right.
So the reason you want, you know, at least minimum, what, 30 days?
30 days at least.
At least 30 days in between when your cow comes back to that spot is because it gives the parasites in the manure and in the grass time to die.
Right. Baked to death.
Yes.
In the sun.
Baked to death in the sun and pass away and no longer be a risk to your animals. If we were to permanently keep sheep, you know, just like raise up a herd of sheep, that would be really cool. But I think to do that we'd need some more acres. Right now we've got like 2.5, 3 acres of grass, and there are still places that it's really poor in some places. So I mean, maybe a solid 2 acres for sure of really good grass.
Probably, yeah.
But to have currently 2 full-size cows and several sheep, we just don't have the grass for it. So I know there's going to be people going, they got sheep, oh my gosh. Only for a little bit. They will be here briefly until they go to the freezer.
As our grass situation improves,
we might be able to
shrink, but at the moment, right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, devil's advocate, getting more animals and intensively rotationally grazing more animals increases the manure load, which thereby increases the amount of grass you're growing.
Right, because the fertility goes way
the
up.
fertility goes sky high with more animals. So,
yeah,
we'll see. Having actual sheep on our property has kind of started a discussion.
Yeah.
So we will discuss it over the next couple days. You know, today, people are just going to think that you spend all your time in the kitchen.
They would be correct.
Oh, we have a laugh track over there.
It's hilarious.
You're full of it. And these guys, they're currently working their way through their driver's ed stuff, the online portion. I don't miss that. So what you making, lady?
I am making chicken Italian casserole, which is a fancy way of saying spaghetti sauce with noodles and chicken in it.
But not spaghetti noodles.
No. Tonight it'll be fusilli? Yeah, fusilli.
Fancy.
It's fancy.
I liked how you said it's Italian, because earlier you were like, yeah, I'm making chicken and noodles with red sauce. And in front of the camera you're like, oh yes.
I just said it's a fancy way of saying it.
All right.
Not that anybody's actually going to be hungry for dinner.
No, we just ate massive burritos like an hour ago.
But I will cook it for those who have hollow legs.
Which half of them do. Actually, I would say all of them do.
Yeah.
I could stand here and film you awkwardly all day.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
That would be awkward.
Or you guys could just use your imaginations. Fill in the blank. If anything interesting happens, I'll pick up the camera.
Okay.
Is that good pasta, sister? I think she feels better. She got a full belly.
I think so, yeah.
All right, that was a busy day, but it's one of those days I don't feel like I got anything done.
I mean, you picked up sheep. That's kind of a big deal.
I mean, driving and all that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sheep was tired.
The sheep were tired.
Yeah, it was a long trip for a sheep.
It was.
It'd take a sheep a long time to travel.
It would.
Like that. That's gonna do it for us for today. So we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.